He's an absolutely amazing comedian. Can you please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Mr. Jack Campbell!
Hello! Hello! Can you all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Good. People at the back, you finished your pizzas?
Not yet.
Not yet, that's good. You just shovel it in your mouth, right, that's fine. Store it like a hamster, and we're going to be okay. That's lovely. I've never even been in this building before, and I used to live across the road when I was in my halls. But no, thank you all very much for coming. I have to start with a bit of admin anyway, because I always do. Can you clap if you are local?
Woo!
It's not a fucking rally. People going mad. Like, we're going to like, yeah. It's like, no, that's. Some of you even wooed. Like, you're very excited. That's great. Didn't care about the rules of my admin at all. I just said clap, but you were just like, no, I'm going freestyle on this. I want to get involved. That's good. Like, some of you even clapped, even though you might not be local, but you still want to be involved in the moment. That's entirely fair. Some of you might be from, like, I don't know, Oadby, and you still, you're like, sure, I'm like, I count right now. That's because that's what we all did. Like, is anyone, like, if we got the proper people who live city centre Leicester?
Yeah.
And out of those people, who was born and bred in the city centre of Leicester? Yeah, 2. Don't fucking lie to me! But I get it, because it's good. It's a lovely city. I love the city to bits when I used to live here, and I want to move back a lot. Like, the second bit of admin, can you clap if you are a man? One man barks, that's good. Other men just politely clap. I like this collection of, like, men at the back there as well. You like look like, I just like it. There wasn't anything funny at all. Everyone went kind of quiet about that. No, it's good. It's like quite manly claps and manly noises as well. Most men will just make some kind of like, ugh. That's the best men can do ever. Like, can you clap if you're a woman? Yeah, so much nicer. Such nicer noises. Are you debating one of you being a woman, or standard lad banter? Just be like, you're a girl, you should clap at this bit, mate. The ladies love wooing. Absolutely love it. It's great. Like, I didn't ask to woo, but you got to woo. All around the world, ladies love wooing to bits. Like, I think if you get enough women together, it's called a collection, like a woo of women, basically. And I just like wooing, just wearing like silly hats and sashes and doing shots, just wooing, having a great time. And I'm super jealous of you, because all I want to do in the world is woo. All I want to do. There's plenty of men in here who I can see, like the guy there with a really cool beard. You look like you haven't wooed in like 15 years. But you wanna, don't you? You wanna woo so bad, you're not allowed. Society's on your back, you're not allowed to woo at all. That time, I want to do it, especially around Leicester with all the ring roads and stuff and all the traffic lights. If you time it right, and you're driving up and all the traffic lights turn green, you just get to them, of course you want to woo. Of course you want to fucking woo, but I'm not going to woo, because I'm a guy and I have to hold it in, and I'll look in the rear view mirror and there'll be a girl behind me in her car just going mental, just flying fireworks out the window, just like, what a great day to be alive! Just like, yeah, fuck you and your wooing. There's a certain time of the year when you get a tax rebate, you don't know it's a tax rebate, you open up that little envelope and it's like, oh, I got 170 quid, amazing. Want to woo, have to hold it in. Immediately it rises up and I'm like, no, not today. Not today, not today. And I can hear my neighbours next door, I live next door to 5 girls, and they're just like, they'll put on like rave music and everything. They have a whole street parade going along just for this. And as I'm saying, most recently I wanted to woo because I was wearing some jeans I hadn't worn for a while, and there was a tenner in the pocket. Just laughing at the idea of me wearing jeans for a different time. You guys are great already. Just being like, well, that's good. That's the time I want to woo when I was wearing jeans. No, I was wearing some jeans and there was a tenner in the pocket I didn't know was there. Or maybe some of you, yeah, like that's more mystical. Your noise, really. Like you've never come across money before. It's like, oh, what is this? The Queen? Oh. Like, and I wanted to woo, but I couldn't. I wanted to woo in public. I was like, no, and I went down an alleyway just to keep it under control. I love that, like looking at the money, just like, oh, fucking woo. That was the best. The best I can ever muster. It was horrid. Like final little bit of happening. Can you clap if you think I have a girlfriend? Right, okay, well, some of you know me and you've seen this bit before. And it's funny when you don't clap. That's the whole point of it. But like, there was a whole selection over here who stayed strong in the moment. We were just like, no way has this guy got a girlfriend. Hold firm. And then there's some of you over here who know me, you're just like, yeah, he's got a girl. Oh shit, I've seen a bit before. Just hungry. It's just hungry, but there's also people who think I can see them. And so, like, because you think I can see you, you'll clap out of like fear, just being like, he might cry if I don't clap, as I don't like. But
food comes first.
Pardon?
Food comes first.
That's fair enough, mate. But this is my hour, not yours. So, nip it in the bud now. But no, I do have a girlfriend. So most of the people over here, fair enough for not clapping. You don't win the tenner I was talking about earlier either. But I do have a girlfriend. My girlfriend is from Estonia, and no, I did not buy her at all. You think I didn't. I went to Estonia normally. I got to do some gigs out in Estonia. She does comedy too. We met there, and it was great. And we've just become quite serious because we've just become Facebook official. It's a very weird panto crowd that we've seemed to have brought in, just like, oh, just make as many sound effects as you can. Just, what else is, woo, just practice them in your head, and then later on, but like, there was I'm sorry to keep referencing it, it's just because I love your fucking beard, and it's so glorious. Like, you look like you're haunting me throughout this gig or something. Like, are you married, sir?
No, sir.
No, right, okay, and is any of this band that you've got with you, I assume you're a band, like, are any of, is the lady married to one of these three? Two? No, you're not married to any of them. I thought you just said two. I'm married to two of them, place my bets. Spreading it. Like, so like, is anyone in the room actually like properly married?
Yep.
Yep, right, just different hands are popping up now, I don't even know who they're married to. You that you're married?
Yep.
Yes? And you're married to the lady next to you?
Nope.
No? Right, okay. It's cool, don't worry about it. I don't know you anyway, so it'd be weird if I said, I'm not going to go out on the street and like vaguely describe you. I don't even know your name. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark, right. We said it in a way that like he's lying. Now, how long have you been married, Mark?
1 year.
1 year, okay. So right, can anyone go higher than 1 year? We'll auction it. We'll top trumpet. We'll have fun with it. Anyone over there? How long?
7 years.
7 years, that's good. That's great. Anyone higher than 7 years? What a shit demographic to be in. Well done. Well done you, winning for 7 years. It's amazing. Anyone even been in has anyone been in a relationship longer than 7 years and not got married? There we go. Right, there. Suze.
Yeah.
How long?
9 years.
9 years, right. This is like, usually you get someone in the room who's been married like 20 years at least. This one. Are you okay? Have you been, are you okay? This is fully live and everything.
Ask me how long I've been married.
How long have you been married?
None.
No, exactly. Yeah. So like, I don't want it to get all like awkward and weird, but yes.
No. You asked the question,
Yeah.
whether or not anybody in here been longer than 7 years
Yeah.
actually been married. And he has, but he didn't say, oh,
No,
that's why he didn't say.
Yeah. How long have you been in a relationship for? Because everyone loves like pragmatics. That's what makes it fun for the room. We didn't want this guy to lose out on a technicality out of it.
Exactly.
How long have you been in a relationship for?
I don't always lie. Ain't married. About 11 years.
11 years. This is good, just a lads' night out, talking about how long they may or may not have been together. That's good. No, that's. But I'm gonna like either way. Like, are you a Facebook official man at the back who's married?
I am, yes.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's a weird thing to be if you're a Facebook official. It's an odd thing to do because in olden times you could just break up with someone and that'd be it. Over. Now if you break up with someone, you can still fucking see them floating around in your feed like a weirdo. And also, if you don't know like what I mean by Facebook official, if you and someone else have a profile, you can click on some options and you can become Facebook official. But like what you have to do, click on this option, it drops down and it comes up with a number for your local council. You give them a ring. They send around some paperwork. It takes about 45 minutes. You probably need an adult with you. It's quite tricky. And you send it off and then pow, you're Facebook official, and it's amazing. And it's odd because like now, if you ever have an argument in your head, not only you've got to just like right, well this is over, and you walk away. Now it's just like well I've actually got to click a button and get rid of it, which is horrid. Like when I broke up with my last girlfriend, she said to me, "What are we going to do about Facebook?" As if it was our child. So I don't know, you have it one weekend or the other. Couldn't give a shit. I'm gone. I'm out. It's over. Weird. My girlfriend being from Estonia, like they're quite like cold people, and like I don't mean that in like a mean way. They just don't, like, basically don't put kisses at the end of their texts, and it's frustrating me to no end as well. 7 years, you put kisses at the end of your texts? No.
First 2 years.
First 2 years. That's a weird system to go by. Did you have like some kind of prison carving on your wall or something? Just count down the days until I can stop putting, because some people are scared, like, to put a kiss. I'll put like 7 kisses because I'm proper needy. I put loads because it doesn't matter at all. Like, and she doesn't put a single kiss back, and I flipped out. And then are you a pay as you go or something? You can't afford to send me a kiss? Just send me a fucking kiss. That's all I want. It's a British thing, because we need it. Other countries around the world, they don't send each other kisses because they trust each other enough. Whereas in Britain, we're so needy. It's just like, can you go get some milk, please? Kiss. Everything's great. Can you go get some milk, please? No kiss. What have I done? When did it happen? And I was sending kisses to everyone. Girls send each other kisses all the time, and it's great. Like, we've got a group of guys here. It's like, how long have you all known each other? These lot.
It's not
15 years. 20 years.
20 years,
You were clearly not there for the first 5. Just missed it out. No, we'll travel for a bit. I'll come back. I'll join the band. Don't worry. That's good. Do you like send each other kisses at the end of your texts? No. We're boys. We're not going to do it. Not going to do it. You send a kiss to another man, he's probably going to send a picture of his cock back. Straight away. Hey, Steve, do you want to come down to Criterion tonight and watch some comedy? Kiss? Well, and you just know one of you is at home just fucking trying to get a good angle on it. A 1 second cheeky Snapchat. Don't even have the arm. Just get it rolling. Just send it out. What are you scared? I was sending kisses to everyone, but one time I sent a kiss to my landlord. Second year of uni, sent a kiss, like, dear landlord, the window is broken, can you come around and fix it please? Kiss. Shit! Shit! I don't know where a text goes either. Like, I assume it shoots up into a space and like astronauts there like and it just shoots back down straight into like my landlord's phone. And I panicked immediately and sent a text afterwards saying, sorry about the kiss. And he sent a text back straight away as if he was in the next room. Don't worry about it, I can handle it. Winky face. So long story short, I'm not paying the rent anymore. What do we got to do? I'm going to lose it. Because like, boys on the whole don't like, even like compliment each other too much. I love doing it. As well, you've not known each other like 20 years as well. I've got mates that I've known all my life as well, and I think it's just a boy thing. Because there's probably stuff that you've done to each other where if you were girls you wouldn't be mates. Does that make sense? This guy, like, well, when I was 16 I stole my friend's girlfriend. And we're still mates now. Like, I broke up with the girl and everything. She's like, none of you. This guy is fully saying no. The rest of you are just quiet as fuck. Like, just like no one move. No one move. Like, we move. It's a sign of fear. Like, I never punched your mum. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, never did it. But it's like, even like when I play a game with my mates, just because I think like boys should compliment each other more, and it's important that you do this with a friend, don't do this with a stranger, by the way. It's the game that I used to play when I was at uni at De Montfort. We'd go to like Liquid or some awful club, and I'll be like pissing next to one of my mates, and I'll just compliment him. Like, I'll just lean over and be like, good looking dick. And then that's it. We'll just leave it in the air. And then there'll be a bunch of other men in the toilet just like, oh, that was weird. I didn't like that at all. Oh, God, why didn't he say it to me? That's all boys have ever wanted, just to be complimenting on knobs. That's all it is. I know this is a weird start to a show, talking about knobs a lot, but they'll go away. It'll stop soon. Like you've been together. No, go for the one. Mark, you've been together a year.
1 year. Yeah.
1 year, right? And so, do you watch like quiz shows and stuff like Trivial?
I love it.
Yeah, right. Okay. And so there might be a question. It'd be easier if like the 2 people next to you and a couple. Yeah, right, okay, well, sorry Mark, you're out of the game now, like, because they're here. Right, so you two, like, how many states, sorry, what's the lady's name?
Jenny.
Jenny and?
Rick.
Jenny and Rick, right, this is very pointless now, isn't it? This very game show, like, oh, Jenny and Rick from, like, Hinkley, I don't know. And, and so, how many states, Jenny, do you think there are in America? 52? How many do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, you're both wrong, but it's 50, but it's one of those things that doesn't matter in the slightest at all. And well done for getting 52, because the lowest answer I've had is 7. I've got 7 once, a confident 7 as well, not like a 7, just like 7, it's fucking 7. Like, but again, it doesn't matter, you both think it's 52, it's fine. It's one of those things that's not really too important, but you could be having an argument and say, Rick, you knew it was 50, and you were like, it's 52. And that's fine, you'd be like, okay, there's 50. And then Jenny's like, no, there's 52. And you'll be like, no, there's 50, there's definitely 50. I've got it online and everything says there's 50. And you'll be like, no, it's 52. Whatever, I just feel like there's 52. But like, no, there's 50, definitely 50. You're like, no, there's 52, and you've got a beautiful dick. You know what? There's 52. Just go for it. Just sell out your beliefs on it. I do really. I've been looking at flats and stuff, living in Leicester. I love being here. I'm originally from Cambridgeshire, and I live between Cambridge. So I'll say Cambridge for convenience sake a lot, just like some of you will do if you live in like I don't know Market Harborough. You might say Leicester as well, just for convenience sake, because you just run it up. But like Cambridge, you okay?
Yeah, you got a bit of crackle.
Oh right. Was anyone else getting an issue with the crackle?
Yeah.
I didn't think that way. Would you? Sorry, is that better?
No.
No. Well, hello. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not like it's definitely being recorded over here. But with like Cambridge, if you don't know Cambridge, it's very, very posh and it's full of wankers on bikes everywhere, just riding their little bikes. Like, oh Hugo, should go ride our bike all day long. Oh Marcel, should we go punting? What even? And then just off they go. And then, but I also live quite near Peterborough, and Peterborough they still got posh voices. But it's a shithole. I'm so sorry to Peterborough, but your city's awful. But there's a very different kind of scenario going on in Peterborough. It's like, oh Daniel, should we go ride our bike and stab some people? And I live in a tiny little village, and like it's a kind of small village. We haven't got much at all. It's a really nice place to grow up, and it's a nice place to die. And then you get to mid-20s, and you're just freaking out constantly. We've got a shop and a cow. And that's it. That's all we got. The cow's the mayor. He's doing wonderful things for our city. We call it a city. You can call it whatever you want. It's fine. And also, I still live at home with my mum. Now, does anyone in this room, guy with a beard, do you still live at home? No? Like, does anyone here still live at home with their parents? Yeah? Someone squeaked? It's okay. Hello? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. How?
You get home cooked food. It's all good.
I like your positivity. That's what's really all good. That, like, you know, just like, oh right, okay, guess we've got to share the bathroom. Don't worry though, it's all good. It's fine. Do you live inside the house?
Yes.
Yeah. What a weird question to ask. It's as if, Jack, you don't live inside the house. No, I don't. I live in a fucking garage. I live in a garage. I don't know why, like, because I went away for 1 month. 1 month. To the Edinburgh Festival, and my sister and her boyfriend and their 2 children ran out of money. Like the kids, they weren't contributing anyway, but like that's fine. Like they had to move back in, and I got moved into the garage. Right, and so my mum made the garage look like a bedroom, and she was super cocky about it. It's like, Jack, you won't even know it was the garage. Yes, I will, Mum. So I lived here when it was a fucking garage. You're not triggering me. Like I wouldn't. Like if I turned this room into an ice rink and you came back here a month later, none of you would be like, "How long has there been an ice rink here?" Like you wouldn't fall for it. Does anyone in this room have a carbon monoxide monitor in their bedroom? Yes, the plot thickens. Yes, the pipes are in the walls. It's very scary. Like, my mum just put like, she's got the monoxide monitor and she was like, Jack, if that monitor turns black, you get out. Oh, it's filling! No! So that was a whole safety talk. She just took her high-vis jacket off and just walked away. I've got a pet lizard that I'm using as like a canary down a mine scenario. He's a lizard, he does fuck all anyway, as well, it sucks. I've like poke him in the eye to make sure he's still okay. Give him a little jab in the eye, just like that. And it's like, okay, Pedro, you're good, I'm good. We're going to be fine. Quick little word like a bit of word of advice. If you want a pet lizard, I suggest go for the eyelash gecko, which is what I've got. Because they live off nothing. They live off just water, and I've never seen my lizard eat. I've had him for 2 years now. I've only caught him eating once when I turned on his light in the morning and he was just about to sink into a little banana and then he just walked away. You didn't see nothing, man. Like, I think he's got some kind of like food complex. Like he's like, you know, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. My mum also, like, because she feels bad all the time that I live in the garage, and she put up a curtain rail for me. No curtain. just the rail. That's all I need. Like, Mum, why have you put up a curtain rail? She's like, because Jack, I'm going to put some curtains up, and eventually it'll feel like there's a window. Yeah. And I fall for it every day. Wake up, it's like, oh, what a good day of a hole for me. Open up the curtains. Oh, bricks! Bricks is what fucking me on. And it's not the type of garage either where you can go from like a utility room or a kitchen into your garage. I have to go outside and scratch at the back door like an animal. Looking at my little 5-year-old niece who's got a weird habit at the moment of locking doors. Just flicking it up and be like, I'm just like, let me back in, please. I've got a little dog called, like, she's a family dog, she's called Monica. She's a German Spitz, she's white and fluffy. We got her from the neighbours because she gave the neighbours asthma. She's so, like, pollutes and she's really smelly and she's got one tooth, she stinks like shit. She's a burden on the whole family, but we love her regardless. And I was just like, look, she's just looking at me like I'm some kind of thug. Like, so, what are you doing out here? We're just like, I went away for 1 month, that's why I'm outside. And she's looking up, she's like, why are you out here, Monica? And she's like, because I'm a smelly fucking dog, this is where I live. And like, the biggest clue that I live in the garage, it's not like, all of you when you go in your bedrooms, like you live at home, just a little motion like that to go in your room, innit? What a lovely little motion. No, I have to start down here. I'm some kind of mad scientist going into my bunker. It's horrid. Like, at least this year when I go up to Edinburgh, by the time I get back, my sister and her boyfriend and the kids would have moved out, which is like, I'm over the moon. Like, I'm so happy. That's, again, like, you seem like this is going to be a joke. No, I'm just saying how happy I am that at nearly 25 years old I don't have to piss in my own garden anymore. Just walk down the landing. And it's great. And I feel like it feels really like bad, mainly because I've moved my girlfriend from Estonia, like, into the garage with me. She lives there too, and there's 7 of us sharing one bathroom. And like, she used to live in a city where she could like walk to a bank and a train station, and now she lives in a little village where you've got to drive 20 minutes just to see another person. Really, and like, and it's cool. Like, it's nice and stuff. Like, because I've been over to Estonia, but I'm trying to learn Estonian anyway. It's very hard. Can anyone in this room speak another language fluently? You can? We've been over this before, haven't we? You can speak Spanish because you are Spanish. Yeah, so it's cheating, isn't it? My girlfriend can speak Russian, Estonian and English, and that's amazing. I'm trying to learn Estonian as an adult as well. It's very hard, because her dad can't speak much English. So I've picked up 2 words so far in Estonian. First word, amblik, which means spider. Second word, peen, which means milk. Do you know how difficult it is to steer a conversation towards spider milking? It was like, these ambliks are out of control, so I better pee them quick. Like, it doesn't even make any sense at all. And like, I've got a little app on my phone to help me like learn better Estonian. Is the mic okay, Suze? Is it quick? Oh, just, what? Is that okay? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Was it fine for everyone else? Yeah?
We don't know. Keep holding that. Here we are.
Alright, okay, I'm just going to do it like it's a robot's dick or something. Like, I'm trying to, like, I've managed to pick up a few words, and so me and my girlfriend were driving along. Is it still not working at all? That's better,
yes,
right, okay.
Hey.
I might put it in the stand in a bit, actually, right. No, I'm just going to hold it like this, like I've got some kind of horrible arthritis, and like... That's why I got into comedy, because my hands are designed perfectly for a microphone, that's why. I've got this little app on my phone, so I'm driving, like, so I've learnt some phrase, like some words, not even a whole phrase, just a word. And so I'll be with my girlfriend, and I'll be like, Lenoyam, and she'll be like, yeah, very good airport. That's no good, right, at all. You don't need like Rottingham. She's like, yeah, train station. Again, like you're just going to walk around Estonia just saying train station. When would you ever need to get the train when we're here at all? It's like, wrong. She's like, yeah, that's train. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. And then she'll like give me a cookie because I'll get like upset that she's yelling at me. And like, but the thing is that the main thing as well, she doesn't have an Estonian accent like I thought she would. I didn't buy her. Like I must reiterate, there was no like form just saying like it says she should speak like this. She doesn't. She has an American accent because she learned English from an American guy. So she uses all these phrases I've never heard before in my life. One phrase she likes to use a lot. Instead of saying chav, she says douchebag. Right. And so like sometimes we're walking somewhere and there'll be like some chavvy people. And also I can never understand why chav guys are really angry all the time when they are wearing the comfiest clothes in the world. I don't understand it. I love wearing my joggers. If I could, I'd wear them all the time, but I don't want to be associated with the stigma of it. Until when they're just like, I'll fucking shank you up. So just touch your clothes, just chill out. Just like, oh, what was I mad about in the first place? What brand is this? I can't read. I can't fucking read. So she calls them douchebags, which is quite fun, but we're walking down the street once, she's like, oh look, there's some douchebaglets. What does that possibly mean? Does that mean like a group of them? No. It's just like, what does that mean? It's like, well that guy's a douchebag, and he's got kids. Douchebaglets! Put them in your pocket, douchebaglets, little piglets, like that. And it's like, that's brilliant, we are Facebook official, we are doing this, and we went down to the town hall and signed the thing, and power of Facebook official was amazing. And I'm like, I'm trying to teach her a lot about like England, and like Britain as a whole, as well, because I do love it, because I get to drive all over different places and stuff, and I can be quite like patronising, I don't mean to at all. So I'll be like, okay Ellen, we're going to Cambridge, what county is Cambridgeshire in? Because everyone loves to be patronised in a relationship, like in that very same way. She'd be like, Cambridgeshire, like very good, very good. I'm like, we're going to Leicester. Where's Leicester? And she'd be like, Leicestershire. I'm like, yeah, very good. And I'll feed her some oats or something. Like, there you go. And then we went to Exeter recently. I was like, where's Exeter? And she's like, Exetershire. I was like, no, get the fuck out of the car. We're not playing this game anymore. It's in Devon. It's tricky. It's tricky rules. And like, and I do love it, like, because it's odd. Because the people, like, I am proud of where I live, but I like the country as a whole. But sometimes I look like I don't want to ever live in London. Have we got people in the room who have lived in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that level of joy. Yeah. It's too competitive. Way too competitive in London. Like, just like, oh, I live in Zone 3. Oh, I live in Big Ben. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, and in terms of like comedy, a lot as well. A lot of people want you to live in London, but I'll get there when I want to get there. It's fine. I'd rather live here. There's a fucking train. It's fine. And like when I was at uni, I lived with a guy who was from Amersham, and he said that was in London.
Oh.
Yeah. It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting to lie. Because I didn't know where Amersham was. And then he told me, like, well, it's the last line on the tube. But it's not, yeah, it's like Buckinghamshire or something, isn't it?
6 or 7 nights.
Yeah. But he still counted it, and just like, but then weirdly, High Barnet is the last stop on one of them, and that counts as London, so it's crazy fucking rules. Watford does have a tube, but Watford's not in London. It's bizarre, but people love saying they live in London. Sometimes I will do it for my own, like, fun. I'll be like, yeah, Cambridge, it's North London. It's North of London. North London. Southampton, South London, whatever, what do you want? What do you want? Oxford, West London, Cornwall, still fucking West London, in my opinion. And I loved it, like, I try and like describe the country to my girlfriend as well, like, I do this for my nieces as well, so like, they're quite dumb. And so like, I'm trying to, but they're 5 and 3, so it's absolutely fine. But like, I describe, like, you can do this to everyone as well, they don't really know, like, I describe the country using my own body. Do you, like, I don't know whether I'm actually facing the right way. So, if that is like Cornwall, am I facing the right way for all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, right. Okay, so it's going to be tricky for me to do. I'll flamingo it. There we go, right. So you've got like Cambridgeshire and Norfolk round here, which is like the fat arse of the country. And then you've got like Dover, which is like a prolapsed anus down here, just coughing out whatever. Like, and then London, where everyone's really sad, and then over here. And then you go all the way along, and then you get like Cornwall over here, and you've got Cornwall and Devon, and Cornwall looks like a deformed foot, if we say it's like a body. And I've got a plan for Cornwall. Everyone loves going to Cornwall and stuff, but I'm going to boost tourism by cutting Cornwall off. As if this is the edge of Devon, and that's Cornwall. and then we'll turn Devon into like a big cul-de-sac, and it'll be great fun. And then you carry on, and you've got like Wales up here, which is like a big like pregnant belly, and it's lovely. And then you've got like Manchester and stuff, which is like the face, and you've got Liverpool as well. But what I'm going to do with Liverpool, we're going to turn it into the Vatican, because that's kind of what it is already. Like, I've met loads of Scouse people who say they're Scouse first, then like British or whatever, and like, I was like, fuck it, we'll just wall off Liverpool and we'll give them their own currency with Steven Gerrard's face on it, and they'll just love it. Depending, like, you know, like I'm not going to put Tim Howard's face on it, like, fuck that, like, anyway. But so, and then you've got like Cumbria up here where my dad lives, and it's just like, just this empty forehead, this beautiful empty forehead, but it's so dull. And then you've got Newcastle over here, and you go all the way down, you've got Lincolnshire and stuff, and you've got Scotland, which is like a schizophrenic hat, where it, like, it might want to be with us, but it doesn't really know at all. It's like, no, I want to be on my own. No, I'll probably stay. No, I'm going to be on my own. No, I'm going to stay. And you've got Ireland, which is just like a speech bubble, really, and it's just a lovely, lovely, lovely speech bubble. And it's like, I love this bit. I love the Midlands, because I'm close enough to everything. And like, I loved going to uni here. I was the first person in my whole family to go to university, so I went to a shit one to set the bar low. I'm a hero that way. That's what I had to do. So I went. Also, like, there's a couple of clues if you didn't go to a good university at all. Because most, like, clue number one, they don't have an advert on TV. That's a sign of a good university. Bad universities have adverts on TV. I fell for it in 2009 to Montfort University. Yes, I fell for it because they had Sparklers in their advert, and I was just like, I want to go play with Sparklers. That looks great. We'll do that. Write the year. Like, yeah, whatever. Is this still plugged in? That's fine. It's going to be very tricky. Like, I'm going to end up like coming out of the gigs like, oh, thank you all very much for coming. With, like, the other clue as well, like the name of the university, they'll say where it is. Like University of Leicester, it's in Leicester. University of Cambridge is in Cambridge. Cambridge has another one called Angela Ruskin, which I sometimes call Angela Disgusting. But you at least know it's like in East Anglia somewhere. De Montfort, nobody knows. What are they trying to hide? I applied to De Montfort because I thought it was in the south of France. I got my name alone. And again, first person in my whole family to go to university, so I'll go to a shit one, set the bar nice and low. How are you going to set it even lower, Jack? I'm going to do a creative writing degree, so I'm going to set it even lower. How are you going to set it even lower than that? I'm going to get 2-2. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. I'm going to try. Be like looking at my room in like, I don't know, like May, but like, ah no, it looks like snow, and just close the door, not going out. And like with a creative writing degree, it's like quite like a phony baloney degree. It's quite difficult to get like certain jobs with a creative writing degree. I got a job writing beer adverts when I finished university. Very, very pleased. And also, when I say I got a job writing beer adverts, I mean I was sat in my car coming up with beer advert ideas. Sometimes if I came up with a really good one, I'd like pull over and just laugh for a little while to myself. That was a great one, me. You deserve this break. I didn't send out any emails off at all, and I do love like coming up with adverts. So I came up with one for Carlin, because Carlin's a shit beer. Sorry, the good people of Burton on Trent, but it sucks. Like, because the most recent advert for Carlin now is the one with the hedgehog mascot. Have you seen it? Yeah, and it's fucking way too glamorous for Carlin. Carlin sucks. Let's just get real. Like, let's give it to lower league football teams as a sponsor, and that'd just be that. And so I wrote an honest one for Carlin. My first one for Carlin is, how much money do I have in my pocket? Probably enough for a Carlin. That's it. Quick. Quick advert. How much time I'm saving? I'm saving everyone time. I could squeeze in loads more adverts. The other one I did was we pretend this Czech Budweiser. And no one, by the way, the dispute will never be settled. No one even knows whether this one is the original one or the other one is. That's just a beer fact for you. No one will learn that. But we'll pretend this. I love this beer. It's really, really nice. We'll pretend this is Carlin, and this is my honest Carlin advert that I've been working on as well. Carlin. That's all it is. Just quick. So much quicker. I wrote one for Chesterfield cigarettes. I smoke Chesterfield cigarettes because no one else does, basically, and so I'm like holding firm. Other than Ian Hall, wherever Ian is, that's the only other person I know. I smoke them because they're cheap, basically, and I know cigarettes aren't allowed to advertise anymore, but I wrote one for Chesterfields, which is just Chesterfields. That's it. Just quick. Super quick. I do love advertising. Like, comedy is cool, and I would like to get involved in other stuff. And so, like, I'm writing it's like kind of like silly sketch show at the moment, and one of the sketches that I want is well, I'll just go fucking straight into it. Let's just do it. All right. Okay. Hey, what do you think of when you're wiping your ass? Golden Retriever puppies? Sure, everyone does. That's it. That's all it is. Because what the fuck kind of marketing? Come on, quick! What do people think about? What is it? And there must have been one guy in the office of Andrex just being like, I sometimes think about Golden Retriever puppies. Horrid, awful stuff. And like, again, like with Leicester, no, it's just a cool, interesting place, but also it's not too wanky either. It's not too like, oh, I make art out of potatoes or something like that. No one's that arsehole with it at all. But then I love going to like uni here as well, because you meet loads of different people and stuff, and people from all sorts. Like you're like Spanish girl taking a photo and stuff. Like in our little village though, where we live, my Estonian girlfriend is the most interesting thing, which is great. And also, by the way, my Estonian girlfriend is 5'11". She's taller than me. That's the smallest they come in Estonia as well. Like, so everyone constantly has like interesting competitions all the time. We do this anywhere we live. Always have interesting competitions. You've known each other 20 years. You might have some interesting stories that you'll share amongst each other. Like, oh, when I was 15, I had glandular fever. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I'm half gay. Ooh, interesting. People love it. People love it all the time. And so, like, my last name is Campbell, which is a Scottish last name. And so I use that to be interesting. Does anyone know anything about the Campbells? Anyone tempted this? Yeah, so there we go. That's exactly every single time someone's trying to put a spin on it by going for meatballs, just in case. Well, if you haven't heard soup before, let me introduce it again. Like, well, is there any McDonald's in the room? No. Yes, there is. Great. We got one. And you know? Yeah, that's it. Again, he's the only McDonald's left because the Campbells killed them all. We left this guy. We kept this guy in as a warning to everyone else. It happened 3 years ago at the festival, I think. Give or take. Because when I go to Scotland sometimes, some people get really arsey with me. It's like, it happened so long ago. Like a really long time ago. But again, for me, it's kind of interesting.
One by the door.
There's what? There's
one by the door.
There's one? Yeah, just in case I kick off with my clearly Scottishness that I've got. But just you wait, my friend. Just you. Have you done like all the research into it and how Scottish you are?
I've read my dad's something on the toilet or my dad's house. Yeah,
More than most. More than most. Way more than most. Because some people got like really interesting last names and don't know anything about it at all. And it's like so like I go up to Scotland loads. And I did like read the little books, and you get like the McDonald's book and the Campbell's book, and it teaches you all about it. And you get like a kilt. You got a kilt for McDonald's as well. There's a whole tribe and stuff. And we went back 300 years. My aunt did a family tree to find out how Scottish we are. We went back 300 years, as we found out. 1915, still no Scottish people on the family tree. Who wants to be early to the party anyway? 1815, still no Scottish people on the family tree. I'm starting to regret a tattoo. 1715, a Swiss family moved to England. They had a kid. The kid grew up, and he just changed his last name to Campbell. That's all that happened. He didn't really get a tattoo, did he? Yeah, I did. I did actually get a tattoo on my chest. Usually I wear a button-up shirt, but it's the summer, so there it is. That was good. You thought more people were going to join in with your noise. Fuck. Like, it's the Camel Clan Latin. Like, do you know what the McDonald's Latin is? No. Also, I can't actually see you anymore because I looked at the lights and now I've got the thing, I've got the little floaty things about. Camel Clan Latin, Nea Bliviscarus, let's not forget you're Scottish. I'm fucking Swiss! I can't get a tattoo of a Toblerone on me, it would look ridiculous. So I ran with it because like I wanted to be interesting, to be like Swiss. I have a friend who was like born in Australia to English parents, and she moved back to England when she was 3 months old. But to sound interesting, she said she's Australian. So, yes, correct. No. Correct, Nelson from The Simpsons. Yes. It's not fair. It's not fair because she's not properly Australian. It's like you don't have any of the traits. Or the culture or anything. It just said you were born there. Doesn't mean you're like from there and such. Like And people like doing it. I got like, she did get annoyed at me when I was like, you're not Australian. She like got so annoyed at me she threw her keys at me, and they flew around the room and landed back in her hand. And I was like, that is amazing. That is good. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. So I did all this research into Switzerland because I was like, cool, I'll be Swiss. That's fine. And Switzerland's a very cool country. They play by their own rules. They've done like whatever they want, and like so they're quite similar to Britain. It's like, hey, Switzerland, do you want to join the euro like everyone else around you, or do you want to keep using your own crazy money? Okay. Hey, Switzerland, do you want to have like loads of celebrities, or do you want one guy who plays tennis all day? Okay. Hey, Switzerland, do you want the same size flag as everyone else, or do you want a little silly square flag that makes it really difficult for printing purposes? Okay. Hey, Switzerland, do you want to build a machine that might cause a black hole? Okay. Hey, Switzerland, can you hide all this Nazi gold? Okay. Hey, Switzerland, do you want like a regular knife, or do you want a knife with like a whisk on it? Dishwasher? Okay! Hey, Switzerland, I've got one more. Hey, Switzerland, my grandma's not feeling very well. I might have missed it. So I might actually say like during that, I was like, that's clever, isn't it? No, just facts. But no, thank you for laughing, because everyone has like different favourite bits during that. Some people, like, there's always one person who always really likes the Nazi gold bit. So I was like, oh, history. Oh. Like, I did those jokes in what is it, fucking Droitwich Spa near Warwick. And or Worcester, where it fucking is, and they did not laugh at any of those because they thought it was a pub quiz. I felt bad and had to buy an old lady a bottle of wine at the end. It was really horrid. I also did those because like I get to do the show. It's called Is This the Best of Jack Campbell? And I won English Comedian of the Year. And when I went out to Australia, and I got to do gigs out there. Not a big fan of travelling, and I went to Adelaide, where... Has anyone been to Adelaide, by the way? No, someone's actually done a survey on the way in as well. Someone did their own admin, just like, has anyone been to Adelaide? Good, we're all allowed in. That's it. I went to Adelaide, and I don't want to sound like braggy at all, and it was really cool, I got to go out there. Adelaide is fucking hot, by the way. Like, it's scorching. It's 40 degrees every day for 5 weeks. They have 5 minutes of rain over the 5 weeks. Like, that's it. And when we say, like, rain in England, we mean plural drops of rain. In Adelaide, it was just one big, was just hitting you like you're an ant in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something. Oh, God. And it was so hot. So hot, like, I know it's like summer and stuff, but it's been fucking pissing it down. And everyone complains about a British summer. Because like we're never happy with it, but every now and then it gets to like 30 or something, and we all lose our fucking minds. Hey, it's 40 degrees every day, and everyone's just cool with it. They just get on. I was seeing people in like business suits walking about like it was no big deal at all. I was expecting to see the streets just full of people swearing their heads off. Fuck, it's so fucking hot! Oh fuck! Don't fucking touch me, Brian! Don't fucking touch me! Like, just want to see the streets just full of like, I don't know, like cat people just sleeping, just like, oh fuck, it's so fucking hot, shit. And it was just bad. It was bad, and also because there's these huge, like, their chavs are called bogans, which is a great word. Bogans, these massive, massive guys. And you get them around, like, everywhere, I guess, especially in the summer and stuff, walking around the fucking city centre with their like, top off. And they're always huge. And like, I'm all on board if you want to be huge, right? But make sure, like, if you're 6'6", be like, if I was 6'6", I'd fucking hulk up, sure. But if you're 5'2", don't do it, you weirdo. Like, you look, go do some juggling or something. Get out of here, like, you're a freak. Like, it'd be great. Like, but then my theory is these just huge guys, and they're wearing like these tank tops where you can see their nipples, and like there's like a sundial, and you can gauge the time by it. So, my theory is how they get so big is because they're powered by the sun. That's all it is. They wake up in the morning all like skinny, just like, and then someone opens up the curtains, and then it's just like, bap, 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 and then off they go down the street, and then the sun just burns off whatever personality they used to have. That's these teenage solar bogans, or whatever they are, teenage mutant solar bogans. Fuck that up. So sorry, everyone. But yeah, and it was cool going out there and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of like travelling anyway, like because you get some travel wankers in life. Some of you might have been travelling, but none of you seem like travel wankers because you're here. and you're not out somewhere else telling everyone how wonderful Bali was. So, fuck Bali! Fuck it! Fuck Thailand too! It's just full of British knobheads. That's all it is now. Just like when I went to Estonia, it was the first time I stayed in a hostel, and all the people who worked in the hostel were all Australian, and they were just assholes, not because they were Australian, but because they were travel wankers. And I was talking to this one guy, and I was like, oh, what's your name, mate? And he was just like, oh, Dylan. I was like, of course it's fucking Dylan. Can't be like Tom or John. I bet it's Dylan. I bet your last name's Funcock as well. And I met this guy who I used to work with. He got fired. His name was Duncan. He was a travel wanker. And because he got fired, I couldn't give a shit talking about him at all. And so he went like travelling. He stayed on like a little island on his own, and he was telling me, he was like, oh, it was just absolutely amazing, just the things you realise when you go travelling, just the things you don't even need in life anymore, like all this technology and stuff. He's saying this while like looking at his iPhone, well, Duncan, how the fuck did you get there? You need technology to get there. What do you do? Swim? You freak? Like no, like what? Your tickets just fell out of a tree into your hands? No. And like the thing with Australia is like Adelaide is like super hot, and they don't have an ozone layer there, and everyone again is super chilled out about that fact as well. I was going to go to the beach, and someone was like, "Oh, be careful, mate. We don't have an ozone layer." Get one. Fucking get one. Like, they're so good. They're really good. I don't know whether there was a form going around at the time when everyone was like, tick this box if you want an ozone layer. I was like, oh no, fuck it, mate, let's go play with a weird ball. And then off they all went. And I went to the beach there, and I went in the sea, and I came out of the sea, and I didn't reapply, and I burnt to a little crisp. And the thing with sunburn is, as well, it doesn't kick in for like 40 minutes, which is kind of a tease all round. So I was on the tram coming back, and I was with my mates, and we had a lovely day, and I was singing, and it was like, I've had a lovely day at the beach with my friends. You know the song you sing on trams? Right, and so I was singing that, and then about 40 minutes later I was walking down the main street in Adelaide, and the sunburn had kicked in at this point, and so I was singing a very different song, where it's like, I think I'm on fire! It's the worst fucking pain I've ever been on my fucking life. Like, just, all of it was just like red all the way down. I would like to get a projection of it one day. It was awful, but it got taken off Facebook because I was showing a little bit of my bum crack. Like, I got back to my shitty accommodation, because as much as I got to go there for free, my accommodation was absolutely awful. And I went straight in the shower, which was a dumb thing to do if you've got boiling sunburn. And I'm just in the shower, it's like, fuck, it's so fucking hot! Oh shit, don't fucking touch me, Brian! How the fuck did you get in here, Brian? Like, just fucking melting away. And then I put the cold water on, and I nearly came. Like, it was like quite bad accommodation. Like, just the service there was just awful. It was all like just young kids working in this shitty hostel. And I asked one guy, I was just like, oh, is there like somewhere I can wash my clothes nearby? And I was like, oh, just Google it, mate. I was like, okay, can I have the Wi-Fi code? Oh, just fucking Google it, mate. And that was normal. After 2 days there, I found a dead cockroach in my room. Worrying, because cockroaches are supposed to be able to survive nuclear wars. And this little guy couldn't hack it in my awful room for 2 days. I didn't know cockroaches could write suicide notes, but he had a ton of issues. And the main thing that I do, like, I missed while I was out there, and what I do love about getting to do comedy, and why I don't want to live in London, I would rather live here, because I can still drive. And I still live in my little shitty village, and I just love driving all around. Passed my test first time. Yeah. I did 4 more just to be sure. Very, very important. After I failed my 3rd test, I went on beta blockers, which slow down your heart rate. So I was very mellow doing a 3-point turn. I was holding the instructor's beard as I was doing it. It was like, oh, man, buffalo soldiers going for it, having a great time. Heart's beating like a blue whale, really slowly. Also, after I failed my 3rd test, my sister started taking me to pets at home to cheer me up, as if I am Lenny from Advice of Men. Yeah, good, that's my favourite joke. When you laugh at it, you're like, yeah, GCSEs, I remember. Yeah, good. This is cut out again, isn't it? Right, okay, there we go. Cling up. Cheers, thank you. So, yeah, and so, I do love it, because also in our tiny little village and stuff, we get no public transport. None whatsoever. We get 1 bus, but no one knows when it's coming. We treated that bus like it's the eclipse. It's great. Like, my mum comes out wearing a Bus of '98 t-shirt on some poor guy who's fallen asleep on the bus on the way back from Cambridge, just like, oh, where am I? Where's the pundit? Oh shit! Right, and off he goes. I did all my tests in Cambridge, and my 5th and final test in Cambridge, which I passed, was in my own car, so it was very much so a hostage situation for the instructor. No pedals or anything. I was like, we're driving around till we do this, and my heart's beating like just once a minute. I'm just freaking out. There was a cyclist in front of me, there was a cyclist behind me. I looked in the rearview mirror, there was another cyclist on the back seat just chilling out. Opened up the glove box, another tiny cyclist in there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was mad. And I did my test in my own car, which was a Hyundai Atos. If you don't know what a Hyundai Atos looks like, if you're a child and you drew a car, and then you made that car. What it looks like. It was my first car and I loved it because it was mine, and I bought it off a crazy old man called Doug. And Doug painted, the car was red, and he also painted the alloys red, for no reason. And me and my dad were there. I was like, Doug, why have you painted the alloys red? And I'll never forget what he said to me. Because he had red paint! And that was the end of the story. And the main thing, one of the things, I've only got 5 minutes, I'm trying to think of the best way to end it, really. The thing I love driving because I don't like getting public transport, and this is something that happened when I lived here in Leicester. I was in a taxi and I was 40p short and he wouldn't let me go. I had to live in a taxi for 5 years. That didn't happen because the call from out comedy is literally got 5 minutes left. That could have waited. Could have waited. But that didn't happen because the call from out comedy is you just make it up. Right? I didn't live in a taxi for 5 years, so I would have been mad. I don't even live in a fucking garage either. I do actually live in a garage. I just like saying that to see your faces, just be like, you fucking better live in a garage, mate. You better not. What did happen was I had a friend with me and he was hammered and he was just drawing on the window quite happily, and I was just like, what am I going to do? He's not letting me out, it's 40p. Why the fuck's he not letting me out? 40p, he's not going to let me go. What am I going to do? And my mate just went, Jack, just suck him off, like that, casually. Like that's his go-to plan for every life situation. You can't be at the bar later on and not have enough money to pay him, and you're 40p short. It's like, well, get it out, mate. You can't live your life that way. My main problem with it is, I don't know what 40p's worth of a blowjob looks like. There's no way, I'm not leaving a tip or anything. I want to get 40p on the dot and fuck off. That's it. I don't know what it looks like. I can only imagine what it looks like based on those kind of relationships where you've been together 7 years and whatever. Do you fight in front of each other? Quick answers. I haven't got long at all. Yes? No? No? No. Right. Good. Because it's a gateway, isn't it? Let one little thing go. Ha ha! How adorable. No. Before you know it, you're at where my sister and her boyfriend are. Where I'm sorry to be graphic. My sister will be having a shit, and my boyfriend, her boyfriend, will be in the bath, and I'll be in the shower. Very cramped household. Horrid. So I can only imagine what 40p's worth looks like. This isn't a prop, by the way. That's what I think it looks like, really. That's exactly it. The show is called Is This the Best of Jack Campbell? Because as much as I do live in a garage with my Estonian girlfriend, and I still live at home and stuff like that, and I got to go to Australia and I got to perform at Glastonbury and stuff like that. It's great, it's really, really cool, but sometimes I worry that what if this is the best? And then I had a lovely little moment the other day, just you know what, if this is the best, I'd fucking take it, because this is lovely. So thank you very much, guys, with Jack Campbell here.
Jack Campbell, ladies and gentlemen!